the record. But then we cross over now to Kakamega County, where actually Bungoma, where the controversial Bungoma religious leader Yesu Tongaren, loosely translated as Jesus of Tongaren, is this morning expected to be arraigned at a Bungoma court on Wednesday. He presented himself at the Bungoma police station amid ongoing investigations in the country into cultic organizations. What you're seeing right there are the live pictures of that the court premises, and I'd like to bring in my colleague Alan Ochanda, actually right there. Alan Ochanda, good morning. I can see Yesu Tongaren is there with you. Kindly bring us up to date.
Well, Brenda, if you could just allow me, let me just talk to Yesu Tongaren here, otherwise officially known as Eli Dwakesa. Karibu sana Yesu Tongaren. Maybe you've just arrived here at the Bungoma police headquarters here, accompanied here by, of course, some of your faithfuls here. Pengine utatueleza umefika jana, ulikuwa asubuhi. You will actually you're actually at liberty to use Swahili or English. Maybe just tell us what you actually maybe summoned here to maybe explain to the authorities here yesterday and today.
Asante. Jina ni Mwalimu Yesu wa Tongaren. Nashukuru Mungu. Jana nilipoingia mahali hapa tukaongea na mkubwa ambaye ni county commandant. Nilishukuru maana ilikuwa ni hali ya uchunguzi, kuchunguza jinsi ninavyoenenda katika kazi yake Baba Mungu. Na jambo la kwanza ambalo walikuwa wanachunguza ni kwamba walitaka kujua iwapo wafasi wa Yesu wa Tongaren na wasaa wa mituma ambao Yesu amewachakua, wasaa wao, watoto wao wanaenda shule ama hapana. Lakini tuliweza kuhojiana na wakajua kwamba watoto wanaenda shule. Na pia jambo la pili ikawa ya kwamba ni hali ya iwapo wanaruhusu watoto wakienda shule. Hospitali pia waliweza kugundua ya kwamba huwa tunaenenda. Maana pia ni baadhi ya maandiko matakatifu, maana daktari pia ni kazi ya Mungu. Kile kipawa wametoa kwa Mungu na wao wanatibu na Mungu anaponya. Sasa hayo ndio baadhi ya mambo ambayo nilikuwa na wakubwa hapa tukiyaongelea, na nikashukuru Mungu maana hawachani haras ile watu wengine huku nje. Unajua wengine wakiona nikiingia huku wengine wanasema ameshikwa, alikuwa ameshikwa, wana mambo tofauti jinsi mnavyoelewa wanadamu jinsi wanavyoongea.
Na pengine nikikuuliza pia na swala la kuweza kusajili kanisa lako rasmi, umeweza kuuliza, na kama umekuuliza umesajili rasmi?
Asante. Hilo swala pia tuliongelea, na hilo jambo lilikuwa kwa process na wale wakubwa ambao nilikuwa nao kule sub county ya Mkuyuni. Tukawa na process ambayo tulikuwa tunaendelea nao. Pia tuliongelea hilo jambo mahali hapa, na nikashukuru Mungu.
Umesajili?
Kulingana na hali ya kusajili, ndio nilikuwa nasema tulikuwa tumeongelea hilo swala la kusajili, na liko kwa process.
Na ulifika hapa jana, tena leo umefika. Pengine kwa madhumuni yapi kuweza kufika hapa tena leo?
Leo kufika mahali hapa na shukuru Mungu, maana jana tulipokuwa katika mahojiano na wakubwa hapa hatukumaliza. Ndiposa nikaambiwa ya kwamba nikaweze kurudi leo na tuwe na mahojiano ili tukaweze kuwafikia mwafaka wa jambo.
Nimeona maandamano hapa, pengine na wafuasi wako ni kina nani, na pengine kuna wakili hapa?
Asante. Huyu ni Nabii Ruben ambaye tunaketi naye madhabahuni. Huyu ni mke wangu, amepewa nyota ya Nabii Benjamin. Na huyu ni Nabii Dan, mwana wa Yakobo. Amina. Tumetembea na pozi hapa ndugu Steve K. Amekuja paka kwa boma na akasema Yesu wa Tongaren, wacha nitembee nawe leo. Na nikashukuru, maana nimeshukuru kwa moyo wake mkunjufu jinsi hali imekuwa. Hivyo ndivyo imekuwa. Asante.
Sawa. Na tutakuwa tunakupatia wakati pengine kwenda kuzungumza na maafisa wa usalama hapa, tukisubiri pengine yatakayofuatia. Ila tu tunakutakia kila laheri mle ndani. Well, Brenda, we had actually also actually planning to speak to the police commander of Bungoma County here, Bwana Francis Koholi, who was actually spearheading the whole investigations here. But of course, Eliud Wekesa, otherwise known as Yesu Tongaren, has just arrived here at the police headquarters here in Bungoma County to continue with the, of course, recording of the statements here. And of course, initially, preliminary, they're actually just digging deeper into his faith doctrine and of course teachings to ensure maybe they just dig deeper to ensure that not, of course, in the wake of the mushrooming of the doctrines around the country. But let's just speak to the police commander here in Bungoma County, Bwana Francis Koholi, to just tell us, of course, the background of it all. Of course, we listened to Eliud Wekesa, otherwise known as Yesu Tongaren. Karibu sana Bwana Commander. Maybe Yesu Tongaren has, of course, just turned up today, of course, the second day here, Thursday. What do we expect here? Have you maybe already done with the investigations here, recording of the statements, and of course, do we expect maybe some charge sheets so to ensure maybe he's actually brought before a court of law?
From the beginning, we did give him an invitation to come here so that we are able to. We did give him an invitation to come here to interact with us, so that we are able to understand what is charge all about, and actually going with the issues raised by members of the public and actually what is happening in our country. You realize that there was need for us to interrogate and audit some of these churches within the county, and that's the reason behind our invitation. However, we are happy our brother here did actually come and responded well, and we are happy he's been cooperating since we started interacting with him, and whatever he said, and we transferred that to a statement. And today we still have more in terms of recording of the statement. They will briefly interact and finish where they started. They had stopped at, and finally we will give you way forward and what will come, what will the outcome will be. So that is actually what I can say for now. And we did extend his invitation yesterday, and which he did, which we appreciate. And today again is going to the same office, where he will be there with my colleagues there to give him way forward. I don't know if they have concluded. That's upon them, because there is an investigating officer and I always dealing with that. Yeah.
Maybe this is actually coming in the wake of mushrooming of doctrines that could actually be termed as misleading in the country, starting with Chakahola, the other churches that have actually hit the headlines. But with your preliminary investigations, have you maybe found some sufficient information here, gathered sufficient information here to maybe meet the minimum threshold of forming maybe a charge sheet to actually present him before a court of law?
Those issues will actually come out from the statements that we've recorded. And actually, after analysis of the statement, is what will guide the police action and also the office of the prosecutor, at least to present before court. And if there is anything tangible, then we have nothing to do with our brother here. Ours is actually to give feedback to members of the public who feel that there is need to audit churches, interrogate those involved in it. If it is actually within the law, and if it is not, the law can also guide. The intentions of government is not actually to get rid of churches. It is actually to be able to guide churches on how to be within the rule of law or within the limits of the law. Right.
Nice. Well, thanks so much, Francis Koholi, the police commander here in Bungoma County, just speaking to us on the progress update of the investigations here into the status of this particular church here. Of course, spearheaded by Eliud Wekesa, otherwise popularly known by his faithfuls and followers here as Yesu Tongaren. And so the authorities here really tying the loose ends to ensure maybe if the investigations meet the minimum threshold of forming the charge sheet as to whether their leader here, the leader of this particular church here, will be presented before a court of law or not. And so, Brenda, with this, we shall ask actually ensuring that we keep an update with this to ensure from here at the police headquarters here in Bungoma, we go with him. If at all he will be presented in a court of law, then we shall be bringing our viewers to speed with the developments here in Bungoma. Brenda.
Alan Ochande for that in-depth explanation and interview.